The Gliddon Ford Design Review Panel Presentation, March 2016. DRP questions. Does the current site contribute in any way either as a functional recreation space or to the visual amenity of the surrounding area? If the answer to this question is yes, then what level of value can be attached to this contribution, and are the long-term costs of maintaining this contribution sustainable? If the site can be considered suitable for development, what should be the best use? Residential or commercial? The site is directly adjacent to a commercial range of buildings, but also close enough to already established residential areas to warrant either use. Once the most appropriate use has been identified, what form should this development take? The site is on the fringe of the built environment and as such can be considered a little isolated from any form of architectural precedent. With a considered design, this could be an opportunity to provide something quite dramatic architecturally with a modern and contemporary approach. Having considered the merits of development, a sustainable use and appropriate form, what density of structure would be considered appropriate? If residential, should it be apartments or houses? Development viability and analysis of architectural style. This short appraisal will examine the vacant land to the rear of Gliddon Ford, which resides at the edge of Gampton Village. We will look at the local architectural styles and densities to ascertain the style of development which would be acceptable visually, meets the needs of the local community, and makes sufficient economic use of this brownfield site. At first glance, using the map above and the Google Earth image, it is very clear that the site is not connected to any form of existing significant settlement. Sitting behind a large detached house and a series of commercial garage buildings, there is no real precedent to adhere to, or indeed, architectural style to echo. Therefore, whatever is proposed architecturally will need to stand in its own right. Overview of the site. Figure 1. The closest residential dwellings to the site are located at Bridge Road, located behind a small yard of commercial units, predominantly two-storey and low density, with a large amount of surrounding visual amenity, likely to be 2 to 3 bed family dwellings, possibly retirement. Figure 2. As we move away further down Bridge Road, we will find Camellia Close, which consists of 6 single-storey bungalows, more than likely the occupants being retired. What is clear is a denser form of development and a much diminished percentage of visual amenity. Figure 3. Moving closer to the development site, we can see the heavy retail influence with the established car sales business on the opposite side of Dartmouth Road. Figure 4. The existing garage and workshops mask the development site when approaching the site from Brixham. Having assessed the above, we can see that any existing influence is very limited and would not be suitable for the site in question. The wider vicinity. The residential dwellings to the east of the site are located at Churston Close, predominantly two-storey with accommodation within the roofscape and low density with a large amount of surrounding visual amenity, likely to be 2 to 3 bed family dwellings, possibly retirement. Moving south to Barnfield Close, we can see a more structured residential estate of smaller bungalows, all with individual vehicular access and parking. Aerial imagery. From the above aerial imagery, we can clearly see the development site and how it sits in the urban framework. We can observe the relatively detached location from any specific settlement both in Churston and Gampton. The nearest residential dwellings are low-rise consisting of bungalows, two-storey family homes, some with accommodation within the roof zone, and large detached family homes in the affluent regions bordering Churston Golf Club. If we are looking to integrate a development into the existing framework, then we would need to adopt the following principles that we observe from our assessment. Detached or semi-detached family homes with individual vehicular access. This is a typical residential site plan based on 8 detached units. A typical house type. The contemporary residential option. Key points. Design which reflects the current technologically advanced social period. Integration of photovoltaics, solar panels and air source heat pumps to create a truly self-sufficient energy lifetime development. Minimum visual impact. Versatile accommodation which can be split into 2 smaller units or as one individual 2-story unit. Communal external amenity space as well as private areas for each dwelling.